All right. Hi, everybody. Laura Maloof Miller here with HealthNet. I am doing Laura's cooking in the kitchen again. I am actually cooking today. I am doing a quick, easy, versatile, crustless quiche. We know the crust has a lot of excess calories. So if we're watching our calories, this is a simple, easy way to have a few less calories, although I wouldn't say this recipe is super low calorie. It is high in protein with the eggs in there, and I've got some vegetables that I'm putting in there as well. So feel free to adjust the recipe as you like. Crustless quiche. The first thing I'm starting out with was I have this pie pan. So you kind of do need either like a quiche dish. So it's got a lip on here, or a pie pan, or something with even rectangle, whatever kind of pan that's got this kind of a deeper side on it. So I have already sprayed it with my cooking spray. And so I'm pretty much ready to go. Now the recipe asked for some diced ham. I didn't have any diced ham, so I went with some bacon that I chopped up pretty small, some already cooked. So it's a already cooked bacon. If you're going to add something that would be raw, like bacon or a sausage, I would cook it first. So, but if you have ham, then you can go ahead and use ham. Of course, if you don't want any meat in there, you can, of course, leave all of the meat out and make it simply vegetarian. So it asked for some broccoli. Again, I didn't have broccoli in the house, but I'm going to be making some pizza later this week, another quick, easy prep for busy weeknights. So I had a Roma tomato that I cut up. I had some mushrooms, so I added that. And then I also had a bell pepper. So I chopped this up and did some extra so that I could quickly make pizzas probably tomorrow or later in the week. I've got my oven preheating at 350. And so I'm simply going to add these ingredients to my dish here. Now, feel free, another really great idea would be very thinly sliced zucchini, or yellow squash would be great in here. I often like to cook also with sweet potato because I like that sweet taste. So you would dice that up as well, or onion. Sometimes even the green onion mixed in here will have these really nice, pretty colors. So whatever you choose to do, I have already washed my hands. So I'm just going to guide this into my dish here, just like that. So again, this was bacon and mushrooms, green bell pepper. Yeah, okay, yeah, so that looks good. I'm just gonna just toss it in there. Okay, so that's what this looks like. And then we are going to add the like custard part of it, because a quiche is different than a frittata. Frittata is more spongy. The quiche should be more on the creamy side. So what I did was, it says add 5 eggs. So I already cracked the eggs. So that wasn't, well, you can't really even see them. But anyway, it wasn't very pretty. So I'm glad I did it off of the camera. So I've got 5 eggs in here. I'm pretty sure I don't have any more shells left in there, but oh well, it's a little extra fiber for my family. And then it said to put 2/3 cup of milk, 2% milk. If you want to go with fat-free, you're welcome to do that as well. Again, because I've got bacon in here, that is more salty. So if you're watching your sodium, you may want to choose something else. So I've got 2% milk. You could go with 1% whole milk, whatever you prefer. Those different types of milk will, of course, add additional fat. So this is 2% milk, and then 1/4 of a cup of half and half cream. So you just need just a little bit to give it that creamy texture. And I didn't have half and half, but you can buy fat-free half and half if that is important to you. I had heavy whipping cream, so I'm just putting a little tiny bit in there. So I did put 1/4 of a cup. So these are the 2 milks that I'm going to pour into the eggs. So this is going to make your sort of like custardy filling. So I'm just going to beat this up like this. And then it said some salt and pepper. So I'm just going to put a little pepper in here as well. You season as you like. maybe some other seasonings you might want. Mrs. Dash is like a salt-free. If you're looking for that, you could put Mrs. Dash in here. I'm just putting a little tiny bit of the salt because my bacon is already salty. And you could use a vegan sausage. You could use like ham, it said, or you could use any other kind of meat, maybe some chicken or something, whatever you prefer. Just make sure that stuff is cooked before you put it in here. My bacon is already cooked. All right, so some salt and some pepper went in there. It asked for a pinch of nutmeg. I don't have nutmeg, so I won't be using that. All right, and then I'm just going to pour it right into my dish here, right on the top, so you can see that. And then I'm just going to kind of push it down. That is a culinary term. Push this down with my whisk here. And that looks super cute. And it's super colorful as well. You can see that. And then it said just to top it with a little bit of cheese. It said 1 cup of fresh grated cheese. It could be anything. Swiss, cheddar, Gouda, feta. I happen to have some Mexican Fiesta cheese here. It's saying, how much did it say? A cup. My dish is kind of small. I don't think I'm going to put a whole cup on there. So I'm just going to, like I normally do, don't measure. Okay, just put this on here. A little bit of cheese up on the top. You know what would look really nicely on this too is some parsley. Or like I said, the green onion would look really pretty on the top as well. Give it some additional color. So that's what it looks like. And then I am going to just pop this into the oven. I am actually going to put it on a cookie tray because I don't know how this is going to rise. I always seem to do recipes that I've actually never done before. So I've never done this. So I am going to just put it on a cookie tray here because I don't want it to spill over in my oven. And that would be something that would probably happen to me, that it would spill over. So it says bake it for 35 to 40 minutes until the center is set. So with the magic of TV, I'll be back in just a minute. All right, I'm back. I just got my quiche out of the oven. The recipe had said to, oops, there you can see it, to cook it for 35 to 40 minutes. So I had actually 35 to 40 minutes. So I did put it in for 35 minutes. It was not set in the middle. So I ended up putting it back in my oven for about 10 more minutes. And then because I was completely paranoid, I used the cake tester to put in there and just to make sure that it came out clean, as well as I pushed on it as well to make sure that it was firm. So it looks good. It smells delicious. There are a lot of different pans that you can use. The recipe also said you could do the little individual ramekins if you wanted to, but you just want to make sure the dish is high on the sides, although mine did not really rise that much. So I had put it on a baking sheet in the oven just in case it was going to rise, but it really didn't. So that worked out really well. I would serve this course for a breakfast, a brunch. I would even use it for a light dinner. We're all busy and want to do things that are really quick. So you could serve this with maybe a cup of soup or a side salad. If you wanted to double the recipe, if you're going to a party, this would make a really good appetizer or a brunch item as well. So you'll each get a copy of the recipe. I got this from skinnytaste.com, and a serving is 1/6 of this round pie. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.